Hitting the midweek on Money9's daily market dose, Corporate Central, where we get you the everyday pulse of the corporate world, and from all the big headlines to tracking the fluctuations in the market, we get you all of these highlights on this show. Let's find out first what took place in the corporate world today. The Supreme Court on Wednesday gave SEBI an extension till August 14th to probe the Adani Hindenburg case. The markets regulator had sought 6 more months to complete its probe. SC had initially granted 2 months and has now granted 3 more months to SEBI. Supreme Court said that SEBI can share status of probe in August, and if there's a genuine issue, the court will consider. The court also reiterated that it cannot give an indefinite extension for completing the probe as it has already been given 5 months. Bank of Baroda has made a provision of 500 crore rupees for exposure to Go First, which has sought bankruptcy protection from the NCLT. The Mumbai-based public sector lender has an exposure of 1,300 crore rupees to the troubled airline, and this does not include exposure that is guaranteed by the centre under the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. Out of this exposure, about 1,000 crore rupees has collateral of tangible securities and corporate guarantees. In Q4, the bank has gone ahead to make provisions of 500 crore rupees for this account. Meanwhile, in a double whammy for VodaIdea Group, CARE Ratings has raised concerns over Bombay Dying's ability to service its debt during fiscal year 2024 and 2025. CARE believes that repayments in FY24 are tightly matched, whereas FY25 repayments need to be refinanced if the company is not able to raise funds through rights issue and asset monetization. That is what we got on Go First. Meanwhile, on Jet Airways, which is already grounded, will face a litmus test on May 19th, and it will be an important day for the Jalan Kalro consortium, which was winning the bidder for Jet Airways. That's the last day when the air operator's permit issued by the Directorate General of Civil Aviation expires. The AOP essentially allows an airline to start commercial operations. However, as per sources, Jet has not placed any request for renewal of the AOP. And a year after hitting the markets with an initial public offering, shares of Life Insurance Corporation closed at 570 rupees on Wednesday, nearly 40% below the issue price of 949 rupees. The insurance company has lost close to 2 lakh crore in the market capitalization since listing, and last May, the insurer sold over 22.13 crore shares to raise 21,000 crore rupees at 949 rupees per share. In more news, Life Insurance Corporation's new business premium fell by 50.41% year-on-year to 5,810.1 crore rupees in April 2023 over last year because of a massive decline in group single premium, according to a report in Business Standard. New business premium for the entire life insurance industry too declined 30% in April from last year. Reliance Retail and the Adani Group have opted out from the final round of bidding for Future Retail, ET Now has reported on Wednesday. It stated that 6 final bids have been received for Future Retail. The highest bid is from Space Mantra, while 5 other companies have placed their bid for parts of the company. These 5 bidders are Pinnacle Air, Palgan Tech, Leher Solutions, Goodwill Furniture and Sarvabishta E-Waste Management. Meanwhile, documents have shown that 9 companies related to Future Retail have claimed more than 2,100 crore rupees as operational dues from the debt-laden firm, forming almost a quarter of all operational dues under its insolvency resolution. The retail chain has been under insolvency resolution for about 10 months now and has received claims of 9,306 crore rupees from operational creditors. And ever since India's top 2 telecommunication companies started deploying 5G, Airtel and Jio have added 14 million and 7 million mobile broadband users till February 2023 respectively, as per data collected by TRAI. In the same period, VodaIdea added just about 1 million users, and this has set off alarm bells with analysts saying that this could be a precursor to heavier customer churn in coming months amid Bharti Airtel and Reliance Jio's fast-paced countrywide 5G rollouts. Cash-strapped VI has not yet announced its 5G rollout timelines, while Jio and Airtel have been swiftly expanding their 5G networks from October onwards. Further, while pegging the value of its stake in VodaIdea at zero, London-based Vodafone Group said that Indian company still needs additional liquidity to survive. It said that there are significant uncertainties in VIL's ability to make payments of remaining liabilities, and it is unlikely that any payment will come from Vodafone Group. Vodafone Group owns 32.29% stake in VIL, while Aditya Birla Group owns 18.07% stake in VIL after the government picked up 33% stake in the loss-making company. Vice Media, which filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Monday, owes about $10 million to Wipro, making the Indian IT firm the largest unsecured creditor of the media group. The Bengaluru-based IT major won the arbitration award for $9.9 million against Vice earlier in March. Wipro filed arbitration proceedings against Vice Media in May 2020, which was related to the termination of an outsourcing agreement. According to observations made by Vice's chief restructuring officer Frank Pomiti, Wipro's award led to Vice accounts to be frozen, leading up to additional financial defaults by the company and its eventual Chapter 11 filing. Food delivery giant Swiggy is witnessing another markdown in its valuation by an investor, a fund managed by US-based asset management firm Baron Capital Group has slashed the valuation of Swiggy by 34% to $7.1 billion as of December 2022, according to the filings with USA's Securities and Exchange Commission. Last week, Invesco had cut Swiggy's valuation by almost 50% to $5.5 billion, and in January last year, Swiggy raised $700 million in a funding round that was led by Invesco and saw participation from a host of investors, including Baron Capital Group, which reportedly holds about 0.7% stake in Swiggy. Baron Capital had earlier marked down Swiggy's valuation to $6.7 billion as of June 2022, 6 months after buying a stake in the company. It then later raised it to $7.1 billion, and this marks the second such action by a US investor for the Indian startup. In the past 2 weeks, Swiggy, Ola, Byju's, Farmizi and Pine Labs have seen their valuations cut drastically. Leading travel service provider Make My Trip on Tuesday said that the gross bookings for fiscal year FY23 grew by 122% year-on-year to reach $6.6 billion, with adjusted operating profit at $70.3 million, a growth of 203% year-on-year and highest ever for the company. The gross bookings for Q4 grew by 80.7% year-on-year in constant currency to $1.7 billion. Adjusted operating profit was $19 million in Q4 as compared to $12 million in Q4 of FY22. The company registered $5.4 million profit in Q4 of FY23 as compared to a loss of $4.1 million in Q4 FY22. Make My Trip said that the loss for FY23 was $11.2 million as compared to $45.6 million in FY22, being a reduction of $34.4 million. Thanks to a big payout by the group's cash cow, Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Sons is set to earn a record high equity dividend worth nearly 33,350 crore rupees from the group's listed companies for FY23, up 130% from 14,529 crore rupees in FY22. Nearly 90% of this is estimated to accrue to Tata Sons, while the rest will show up in its profit and loss account for FY24. This is because nearly 80% of the dividend payout by TCS for FY23 was done before the end of the financial year through 3 quarterly interim installments and a special one in January this year. Well, that was all about corporates. Now let's take a look at those market stocks that were in action today and analyze the reason behind it. First up is Bharti Airtel. Stock of Bharti Airtel, the second largest telecom company of the country, saw a flat trading on Wednesday despite the fact that the company's profit in the fourth quarter of the financial year 2022-23 increased by about 90% quarter-on-quarter. The profit of the company has increased by 89.3% from 1,588 crore rupees to 3,006 crore rupees in Q4, while the estimate was around 2,500 crore rupees. But the market is not happy because the profits profits have been supported by one-time income. The company's Africa business has made a one-time profit of 413.4 crore rupees in Q4. On the other hand, there has been no increase in the company's average revenue per user, that is ARPU, contrary to the estimates, and it has remained flat at 193 rupees quarter on quarter. Also, the company's income has increased by 0.6% to 36,009 crore rupees from 35,804 crore rupees, which is in line with the estimates. Working profit has increased by 1.3% to 18,697 crore rupees from 18,453 crore rupees, and the operating margin has improved from 51.5% to 51.9%. But wireless margins were flat at 53.8% compared to the third quarter. Shares of Amber Enterprises saw a jump of up to 18% on Wednesday, May 17th. In early trade, the stock touched an intraday high of 2,222 rupees. However, later some profit booking was also seen, but the reason behind the sharp rise in stock is the strong Q4 results. The company's profit in Q4 has increased by 81.8% from 57.2 crore rupees to 104 crore rupees year on year. Apart from this, the company's income grew 55% from 1,936.7 crore rupees to 3,002.6 crore rupees. Working profit was up 62.4% from 125.3 crore rupees to 203.5 crore rupees, and operating margin was improved from 6.5% to 6.8%. In FY23, the company has spent 698 crore rupees on capacity expansion, and this has led to a 65% growth in full year income at 6,927 crore rupees. After the results, Chairman and CEO of the company, Jasbir Singh, said that since the launch of IPO in 2018, the company has transformed itself from RAC, that is room air conditioner player, to a diversified B2B solution provider. V-Mart stock hits 52-week low after Q4 results release. During the day, the stock fell 5% and touched a low of 1,995 rupees, which is the highest in the last 1 year. The bottom line is that the reason behind this fall in stock is the loss of the company, which has increased as compared to last year. On a year-on-year basis, the loss of the company has increased from 2.6 crore rupees to 36.96 crore rupees. The company has turned from profit to loss on a quarter-on-quarter basis. In the December quarter, the company had declared a profit of 19.97 crore rupees, while sales, that is net sales in Q4, have increased by 29.46% from 458.8 crore rupees to 593.9 crore rupees. Now, there are two reasons behind the loss. First, the company's volumes are still below pre-COVID levels because inflation has hit demand more in smaller cities, and about 60% of the company's stores are in Tier 3 or Tier 4 cities. And the second reason is that the competition is increasing from big retail companies in these small towns, due to which business is under pressure. The market has been disappointed with the fourth quarter results of LIC Housing Finance, as the stock had fallen more than 7% during the day on Wednesday. Despite the decline in profits, the company has registered growth. The company's profit in Q4 has increased by 5.5% year-on-year from 1,118.6 crore rupees to 1,180.2 crore rupees, while the estimate was reduced by 28% to be around 800 crore rupees. Apart from this, the net interest income, that is NII, has increased by 22.1% from 1,629.9 crore rupees to 1,990.3 crore rupees. Also, the gross NPAs of the company have come down from 4.76% to 4.41% quarter on quarter. But it is a matter of disappointment that the net NPAs have increased from 2.4% to 2.5% quarter on quarter. Also, in the last 1 month, that is before the results, the stock has registered a jump of about 20%, and after better than expected profit figures, now profit booking seems to be dominating in the stock. Well, that's all tonight on Corporate Central. But before we go, leaving you with some important corporate updates and events and triggers which will have the potential to make big market impacts. Starting with global triggers on May 17th, Europe's April CPI data to make market impacts, and also US April housing data to impact the market. Over to results on May 18th, SBI, ITC, Bata, Concor, Ramco Cements, GNFC, United Spirits, GAIL, Indigo, PI Industries, Zydus Life Sciences will declare their results. Moving on, watch out as Inox Green's pre-IPO lock-in will end on May 18th. And globally on May 18th, US unemployment claims and existing home sales data to be released. With that, it's a wrap on today's Corporate Central episode. See you again tomorrow with more from the corporate world. Until then, stay tuned to Money9.